Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with the great Peter Morganti. Welcome, Pete.
The sweating Peter Morganti. Very humid, Darren. Are we in Queensland?
It feels like it. It's very humid. Very humid. Strange weather we're having across Australia right now.
Yep.
Plenty of fires, now plenty of rain, and now plenty of humidity. And I think we're going to get 20-30 mils of rain over the next couple of days. So some of our chances that'll help, and some of it may not.
May not. I was out here Tuesday taking some photos of our weanlings. I can't believe how much green growth there is in the paddocks, Darren, from that.
Well, after spending 6 hours on the ride on mower, Pete, I can tell you exactly. It's unheard of mowing lawn in February down here, but this year we've got to keep mowing it every week.
A bit of mowing.
It's a good thing.
Some vision there at the start, Darren, of the Frankel, just doing a bit of circle work there. Obviously, we had some visitors this morning. You might want to explain. Yeah,
we're full on into the yearling prep for the sales. Obviously, we sold the Written Tycoon at the Gold Coast in January. Now we've got our draft in for Melbourne Premier, which there's 6 going through under our banner of Escalodge Australia, and we had the Inglis crew out this morning and some agents and some trainers to have a look. So, and we've got inspections here all next week, and the sales on the 1st and 2nd of March at Oaklands, just near the airport, if anyone wants to come down and have a look. As I said, we sell under the banner of Escalodge Australia, if you want to Google it. And that horse up first is the Frankel yearling colt out of Thai Noon. He's going actually to the Easter sale in Sydney in the first week of April, and he's a lovely colt. You may recall we sold the sister last year to Keramar for 400,000 out of that mare Thai Noon, and I'm sure he's going to be well sought after, this boy.
Good type.
Lovely, big, strong horse. Yeah. So there you have it. So we're right into the yearling business at the moment, and let's switch our attention now to the runners. 3 runners last Sunday, Peter Flemington.
They probably didn't quite live up to the rapid racing title of the day.
No, they didn't rapidly race, but I think they had a few excuses there. It was a very firm track, and there was a significant tailwind, and you seem to need to be on pace to get the job done.
Yeah.
And we'll start with race 1, Pete.
Unassailable. She lost her sail. I think she was lost, wasn't she, really, from the get-go?
Yeah, we thought she could win that or run top 3, but first start 2-year-old by I'm Invincible, jumped out sideways, probably stayed sideways for the first 400 metres. Never at all looked like settling and relaxing and breathing and being able to be in the finish. And she ran down the track, and she was promptly sent home for a spell. She just wasn't ready for the race. It was all too much too soon. As Mick said to me Sunday in Sydney, just put a line through it. Forget she went round. That in no way reflects her ability.
Yeah.
That's just that he probably said in hindsight probably shouldn't have taken her to Flemington in a straight first start, but probably should have taken her to Moonee Valley and she would have been a chance. But anyway, she's out, and we'll try again later in the year.
For all that, she's only beaten 5 lengths, so you can pick up that margin pretty quickly. Next horse to run was Social Spin, back from a spell and a few little issues, and he just had trouble sort of staying in check with the pack, and he was fair to the line, but you would have liked to see him pass a few. Yeah,
I thought it was a disappointing run. He was slow out. He was gathered up, but he never really got into the race, did he? He never really got into it, and I thought it was a disappointing run. He did blow out late in condition. They said he hadn't run for best part. I think he's had 1 run in a year.
Yeah.
As you say, he's had a couple of procedures completed to clean him up, but once again, talking to Mick Price, he said, well, he's just got to get him fitter. He hasn't had him that long.
No.
Just got to get him fitter, and if he shows something in run 2 and 3, we're back in the game. If he doesn't show anything in runs 2 and 3, we're probably at the crossroads.
Yeah, they got a couple of races picked out.
But once again, the track was probably too hard, too fresh, too short. He's a better horse, probably around the corner, and over 1400.
I was going to say, to be fair, we know he's a 1400 to a mile.
So, and I'd also add that in all his history, I don't think he's ever run well first up.
No, apart from when he won. He won his maiden at Swan Hill, but he was just better than him. It was on a
typically, his first runs have been pretty average.
No, a big horse too, so take benefit from that. We had, or Liz, should I say, had to wait till the last then, which was Angel Lass. Now, she just jarred up. basically. She travelled well, and when the business
Well,
end
she was up
there,
there, and she looked like if she let down, she was going to win.
Yeah.
But as soon as she went for it, she just dug her heels in, and he didn't knock her around.
No.
And talking to her, the Griffith stable on Monday, Tuesday, she was just sore all over.
Yeah.
And she just had no hope on that surface. So once again, it was probably just the wrong call to go there. They look good on paper, these races, but if you don't have the conditions in your favour, you're no hope. So just got to keep that in mind. So look, I know, third time I've said this, forget she went round, and it wouldn't surprise me if she comes out next start and gets the job done.
It's Flemington, like they were talking this morning about Flemington, how well it drains. They're not worried that they might get 15 mils tonight ahead of tomorrow because they'll still races a good form.
Yeah, they won't water.
No.
Right, so that was Sunday.
Yeah, so not...
So here we are, Friday.
Yeah. We had Sunny Dulce scratch during the week. They've had plenty of rain up north.
Queensland are like Jetstar. They're not working.
Yeah, no. It's just ridiculous
Underwater.
amount of rain. Yeah.
300 mils. Like the Sydney sales, I've never seen rain as heavy for as long.
Yeah.
Like, it was... You get a torrential storm here and it might last 5, 10 minutes, half an hour max, and you get 60 mils.
Yeah.
It was 60 mils an hour for 10 hours, Pete. Like, it was coming in sideways.
Unbelievable.
It was just... And the roads were underwater.
Just...
Flooded.
Absolutely unbelievable, our climate. Like, you think the joint was burning down a month ago.
Now it's washing away.
Now it's washing away.
I feel sorry for the people that got burnt out and now they're getting flooded out.
Yeah.
It's just Australia.
Yeah, it's
crazy. So, anyway, so she was down to run. She's been down to run a couple of times. No races. I don't know what the plan is going forward. I don't know if she's in at the Sunshine Coast or what, or where she's going to run. We haven't really heard much from the trainer this week.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's been disappointing in his comms, hasn't he?
Might have washed down the river.
He was crook as it.
We drew gate one with it too the other day.
He was crook as when I spoke to him. But anyway, we've just got to stay tuned, but we're running out of time with her.
Friday, as we sit here,
tonight,
we got one of our favourites back second up.
I reckon he is our favourite, isn't he?
Oh, it's my favourite. He's my favourite.
Definitely my favourite.
And I'm pretty sure he's got a bit of a cult following out there.
Yogi?
I ran it actually someone the other day I was talking to, and I just mentioned about Yogi. Oh, I've had a big win on that. It was one of my favourites. I didn't know from bar of soap. So there's plenty out there.
Now Yogi, he's not resuming, but second up tonight at Moonee Valley of all tracks.
And the Tawny Cup.
Johnny Allen.
Good to have Johnny back. 1 from 1 in the city on this horse.
Is he?
Beat the thing. It was a weary double. Quinella, actually. We won
Checkered
by
Flag.
Checkered Flag, that's the one, yeah. So that's the only time Johnny's been on him in the city.
Well, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because they're already saying there's no pace in the race.
Yeah.
He's $7.50. I don't know, Moonee Valley. He's had one go there, ran well.
Traps for fools, he would have beat him in another 100 yards, and that was the year he won the McKinnon.
They're happy with the horse.
Yeah.
They reckon the pre-race was very positive.
Yep.
And whatever happens here, and tonight, it'll determine his next start, as will the weather.
Yeah.
So depending on if it's hot, dry or wet, he'll be looking for the dampness, and he'll either be going to Adelaide Cup, New Zealand, Auckland Cup, or he could be going straight to Sydney.
A few options there.
But it all depends on what happens tonight and
I just got a feeling
what the weather's doing.
The horse that beat him first up has since won again.
Yeah.
And will be the leader. Just those Canberra tracks can suit those horses that get back.
Can
like just
wind up.
He can just sneak.
I don't know where
runs.
the rail is. I didn't look because sometimes when the rail's out, they can get to the line.
Yeah, I remember. I think I'm going way back in the early stages. He did have he had a run there with Jack Hill. I remember that.
No.
They were way back in his benchmark 64 days. We've come a long way since then. But
he's been a great horse for a long time.
Yeah.
But I was rapt to see his first up run at Caulfield, and he had a good blow.
Yep.
Missed the kick 4, got beat 3.7. He told us that he was in good form. If he comes out and runs up to that tonight, he'll be going well.
All the vision and photos off, son. He looks in good nick. Coats
does.
out and just ready to roll. So
Is that rain over there, Pete, do you reckon?
Well, if you'd said to me 3 weeks ago, I would have said it was smoke haze, but it could be rain coming across the not the ranges, but the hills. That sounds like rain on the roof, Darren.
That's wind.
I
think it's about to hit. But anyway.
Tomorrow we've got 2 runners, half brothers.
Oh, we have 2. The
half
serious
brothers.
team.
The serious team tomorrow, yeah.
Let's get serious.
We'll go to Adelaide first, or Morphettville, where Sirius deals second up in a 0 to 58. which is one of 4 horses that rated 58. I don't know the jockey, Darren. G Low.
Oh yeah, he's a good rider over there.
He's been riding a few winners.
He's the
See one of the Hong Kong progeny?
Yep. No, he's a good rider. He's rode a ton of winners over there.
Yeah, I think it's Gary. I think that's
Gary
just,
Lowe, yeah.
I think that just is Australian name, is it?
What are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. G Lowe could
You're
be
not
anything.
saying much.
No.
Serious deal, but he gave him a real good rap, Kamani, and
I reckon he's trained on from Kyneton, which he was good.
he said he's a different horse this time in, and
Yep.
what did he say? He's going to run a career best run tomorrow.
Yeah, and look, you know,
And he can win a city race for the owners that bred him.
perfect.
So the mare would have 2 city winners. That'd be
Well, their philosophy was
amazing.
spot on. They could have went to Werribee, where it was going to be less prize money and a harder benchmark race.
Well, they may not even run if we get this rain.
Well, that's a point too. He went good in it. That was a heavy 8 at
Yeah,
Kyneton, so...
yeah.
No, I think
But they may
he's...
not run.
Yeah, well, that's fine. He's an each way chance if he runs with a
Well,
winning
Kamani
chance.
reckons he'll be a winner.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Is he any sort of judge, Kamani?
Team's on fire.
Is it?
One of the hottest stables in Victoria. I think they had a double first up at Pakenham last night.
Really?
Their strike rates with the elite.
Has he tipped you anything?
I don't actually ask him.
He hasn't tipped you a winner?
I go to David Eustace from your tips. I think you're a bit inclined too. Dave's spot on the money.
He's giving me nothing, Eustace.
How do you give me anything?
Useless.
He told me before Christmas, whatever you did, just follow how romantic through the summer into autumn.
I better go back through the vision of ATB to see if you passed that information
No,
on.
no, we're on holidays.
Give it to no one.
We're on holidays.
Right.
Anyway, but serious deal, no, I'm looking forward
Great
to
chance.
it. Yep.
Looking forward to it. Gets a chance to win a city race for the owners and the mare.
Yep. His big star half brother, serious suspect, is at Flemington in a benchmark 90 over 1200. Brad back on. I think he's drawn 11 of 12 or something like that, which, if you listen this morning, they're expecting the older horses to come centre and outside, so we're going to be probably in the right spot.
Sav said 2 horses off the crown
Yep.
towards the stand is the place to be,
Righto.
in his opinion.
I was just
And
worried.
I don't think Sav will sleep tonight.
Oh, and there'll be a shave and the suit. Odds on.
He'll be going to the dry cleaners this afternoon,
I was interested
getting
that.
himself cleaned and his suit.
I was interested that he tipped him top 5, 5th pick this morning. Must admit they did those selections when High Falutin was in, which is scratch. So, he's a serious chance because he's going to be there.
I don't worry about the tipsters anymore because every Monday when I look at the paper, they get about 2 out of 8.
Well, they've still got a job. They're still working, so they can't be too good at it.
No.
They'll be doing it by themselves, wouldn't they? So, anyway, that is rain now, Darren.
Yep.
It's on the roof. But he's the one to beat. Horse to beat. Because he's going to be in front at the 200, isn't he?
Well,
No?
the way he's running,
Well, he has to be in front of the 200, and that's...
he's going to be hard to run down if he gets the right run.
And no, there's a couple of nice horses. There's one at Godolphins I'm a bit worried about. There's another one a bit further down. But
I thought the Godolphin horse would be getting way back. He'd be hard to run
they
down.
did mention that. They said that the 2 leading chances in their commentary would be back midfield.
He's a hard horse to run past because he can reel off time.
Well, that Blaze Jowski that beat him, I see, is in over, I think it's later on, is it over 14 or 1600?
Yeah.
And he's a serious horse, and it took him all his,
Took him a while
strength to get there. So hopefully for the serious people,
They're going to have a great day.
serious results.
They're going to have a bit to cheer about.
Yeah, you're looking at all this rain. You're happy, are you?
No, I'm not happy.
You're not.
Really? I'm just thinking,
Well, you
this
got-
is ridiculous.
Sunday, I'm going to venture down. You're not sure whether you can or not.
I'm not sure yet.
14 months since his last run, the big PP, Penthouse Playboy's back.
His last run was in, what was it?
The Jericho Cup, I think it was about the 4th of
Year
December.
before last.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been busted or anything.
So he didn't race at all in 2019.
No, he just had a lot of feet problems.
Yeah. Was that probably he would have got to the race.
Abscess after abscess.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months early, apart from the abscess.
Yeah, bad abscesses.
But he looks good, and I love.
You've seen him try.
Yeah, and I love the way the Mars.
What did Eustace say?
Actually, I haven't spoken to him about this bloke. All he said was, we're better off just going to 2,000, wasting our time over a mile.
That's what I like about the stable. They don't like to waste
Well,
runs.
if they wait another 2 weeks and get him fit to go, why not go there? Because
Yep.
we're going to get closer to where we want to be.
Yep.
He was terrific in that trial at Geelong, I think the same day.
Blinkers on, I see.
He ran second to Harlem in that trial.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know about Colac.
Who's riding it?
John Allett.
Oh. Well, he's some
John
mate.
was his last rider too in the Jericho.
Well, he's some mate.
Oh, he's got to be an each way, eh?
No, it's just good to have him back.
he's going to be the horse you'd like to follow out of the race. So, yeah, so I look forward to catching up with a few owners down there. No
Colac Cup Day.
No doubt there'll be a few there because I've been waiting for a while to see him run. Yeah, Colac Cup Day, always a good day. So, yeah, Penthouse Playboy.
All right, well, they were our runners for this week.
No, I've got one more. Monday, no racing. Tuesday, Benalla, here to Fox.
Yeah, that's next week.
Oh, right, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So, Mitch Frieden.
She's ready to win.
Is he?
Sax Bain, 1200, benchmark 58.
Is Mitch Frieden giving him up?
I haven't spoken to Mitch. You
Mitch was
see
here
Mitch yesterday. Did he say anything?
Didn't say a word.
So it might be on. You're going to get on and not tell anyone. I know Mitch when she first started, I think he was thinking third up. His voice commentary the other day.
I saw a nice trial from him.
Yeah, that was a Tarang, flew on. She's a winning chance.
Where's this, sir?
Benalla.
Yeah.
About 5:30 at night.
You going, eh?
Got a jet.
No.
Sit in the horse float with her.
We're not going.
She can win, Darren.
She should be winning.
She can win. If she's not winning there, she won't be far away and just get on third start. But I just think that she's come on better than, or not better, just a bit quicker than Mitch might have thought. So that's that. We've got some nominations Wednesday. We've got dual meetings, Sandown and Stall. Road to Fate. There was a good winner last start, My Shiny Choice, both at Sandown.
On Wednesday?
Yep. And same day, but earlier in the day, is Stall where Notebook and Fact of Fable have been on.
Oh, right.
So Notebook would have freshened up back in trip.
Back to 14.
Hard to beat if you can get somewhere near the
So
pace.
you'll be going to Store and I'll be going to Sandown. Is that the plan? I might be actually able to be going anywhere.
Don't know what's going on, but that'd be the plan.
If I've got parades here all week, I'll be going nowhere. Liz might have to go.
I don't know, Fact of Fable is just a bit of a question mark at the moment.
Stall?
Not Fact of Fable. My Shiny Choice was a winning chance, I suppose, Road to Fate is too. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, Fact of Fable was not for Stall. I don't know if she's going there.
It's a long way from Cranbourne.
It's a long way to the West Gate for Rob, isn't it? Little lad Stall. I don't know, he's been getting them out and about in the country lately.
Has he?
Yeah. And then Thursday is Warrnambool and Pakenham. Got no idea. We roll into the following weekend.
We wouldn't have a lot more horses ready to run, would we?
Well, the following weekend will be an exciting day at Ballarat where Right Your Name will run.
Right,
and Igniter.
And Igniter.
Igniter
That's on the 23rd.
Yeah, the Sunday. So I see the track got the tick yesterday after their renovations. The Ballarat track.
So it's back on the turf, is it?
Yep. They've galloped a couple of horses there and they were all happy. So, yeah, so I mean, that's out of this week's jurisdiction, but that's where we're going. Hey, we did get a winner during the week. Well, Liz did. Should I put the vision up now?
I think you should have a look at the winner for the week from
In 927 making his debut for RSN 927 as a part of the National Greyhound Draft, and they're set to go. Ready to run. Let's see how 927 goes. They're set to run. Away and racing and jumping well. Skating Queen near the inside. All tuned up away quickly, and All Tuned Up's going to work outside of Commander Kale. They've jammed right up, and All Tuned Up has gone amiss. So settling down. The leader now, Ed Deeds, put up 2.5 lengths on 927, making up some good ground. There by 5 to Skating Queen, and then Sway and Commander K at the tail of the field. It's Ed Deeds the leader. 927, he's very wide out. He's trying to level up the outside. 927 rush to the lead. Oh, what a nice debut. From last to first, 927 won it by 2 lengths to Ed Deeds. Third, Skating Queen. A break to Sway, Commander K, and All Tuned Up failed to complete the course, and the time, 31:46. We'll have to get confirmation of the time, but it was a very rough affair, and hence the time at 31:43.
TV.
How's that?
Have a look at Liz there.
Is that a bit of Steve Bradbury about that? I tell you what, smart dog. He was going to get clipped, and he just went half a length wide from that dog that fell, that did about 18 doubles. And he was strong late. Yeah, time wasn't quick, they said. I don't know much about the times, but he was strong late.
I've been to the Meadows now.
Yep.
I actually know where it is. It's out.
Where is it?
Well, it's out. You go out and onto that Sydney road that goes onto the Hume, and it's just up there on the left.
Right. All I know.
I had no idea where it was.
Eddie Maguire comes from Broadmeadow. That's all I know.
Well, it's just off the Sydney Road that goes onto the Hume. But
Yep.
yeah, it was an interesting morning. The race was at 11:22.
I didn't notice
I think I
that.
said last week she'd been bagging me out all the time for buying a share in this syndicate for her. And she was very excited on Wednesday and just got out on the track, got a photo taken with the dog. I think the trainer was in shock when it won.
Pop those two photos up, a couple of stubby holders too.
Yeah, they gave her a couple of stubby holders. She's ordered the photo for the office wall.
There goes the prize money gone.
A couple of smarties
So
that come
that's
back and said
part
to me, next time they visit me, we'll probably have a couple of greyhounds laying on the couch.
So they're part of the RSN team,
Yeah.
which is hence the name 927.
927, their call signal.
Their call signal, yeah.
So it goes around next Wednesday, I think, in the semi-final.
Oh, there you go.
So it goes into a semi-final now, and then if it runs top 4,
Yep.
it goes into the final, which is on Australian Cup night. And it's about a 40 grand race.
Watch out, she's
40
running.
grand!
We'll have it. There'll be dog kennels out here soon. There'll be syndicating dogs.
I can fit a lot of dogs on this one. 40 grand for the final.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
That's, mate. I think she won 1,100 the other day, the dog.
Yeah.
Trainer gets half.
Yeah.
And then the 20 of us get what's left.
All of it.
The photo costs double the prize money. In fact, we get about a coffee.
All of it now is 50-50.
Yeah.
The owners buy the dogs, give them to the trainers, and it's 50-50. So no trainer fees. Your fees is buying the dog. Opposed to 927, what about this bit of vision? Would you like to own this dog?
Complex is race 7. Green light is on. Zipping Storm a short price favourite. Racing, Zipping Storm left well from 3, will go on and have the lead on settling down. Through on the fence went Grey Goose, Zipping Storm shuffle back to 3rd. Grey Goose out by 2.5 on Limburg Patrick, Zipping Storm getting another go on. Then Nitro G, Butchery just completed around the turn. Grey Goose in front. Zipping Storm's got back up on the outside, had a peek over the shoulder though. Zipping Storm a length in front, all over the place. Oh, I don't know if it held on. Nitro G flashed at it late, has come from a minute back and might have got there. Nitro G or Zipping Storm in a photo from Grey Goose, Limburg Patrick. They were followed by Butcher Aegis and then completed. It's been beaten. 24.62 the run, 7, 3, 8 and 2 are the numbers. Gee, you're stiff if you're on at the $1.45.
Look at that, mate.
I reckon ATB-TV's gone to the dogs.
That thing got 12 months, by the way.
Yeah, so it should
Fine.
have. Imagine if you had it back that at $1.30.
You would just jump off the bridge. Anyway, so that's our dog segment for the day.
Anything to do with harness?
No, I haven't got no harness.
Nothing to do with harness,
no
all right. Well, we're spreading our wings here at ATB.
No, good on Liz. That's a bit of excitement anyway. And
Sure,
one thing about the dogs, they run around every other week. Or every week.
Well, when it came around, when that dog fell over and hurt itself and it went around him and it was way off the track in the run, and I'm thinking, oh, this thing's going to stop. And then when it came around the corner, the straights, I don't know how long the straight is, but it's probably not 50 metres.
Oh, it'd be about 80 tops, I reckon.
And I thought, isn't that, it was second. I thought, it's got no time to catch this thing, but it did.
It might, well, 1 by 2 or 3 lengths run the way.
Oh, I don't know, I was in shock.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And then, what did I work out? I forget what time it ran, but it was,
I think it's last.
I think they cover 17 metres a second.
Yeah.
So if a human runs 100 metres in 10 seconds, that's 10 metres a second human.
Yep.
So the dogs run about 17 metres
So they
a
run
second.
about 60-something kilometres an hour. Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but I know they run 17 metres a second. So it's probably got to find half a second to be competitive in the semi-final, which it probably could given that run.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously it had to check and it, they reckon they...
I can't believe we're talking about dogs.
They reckon they improved 5 or 6 lengths off their first run because, especially at the same track, because they understand the noise of the lure and they anticipate better.
Wow, the camber, gee, it was well cambered.
Yeah.
I could run around there at 31. It's well cambered.
31.
Yeah, for 100 metres.
Anyway, they're good to watch. The dogs.
It was a funny day. Anyway, that was the highlight of the week, I think.
Yeah, that's our winner. I'm going to put it up on our site. 927.
What else have we got, Pete? Anything else?
I don't think too much else. I took, as I mentioned, the photos of the weanlings.
All the weanlings are loaded on the website now.
They're all grown.
Unbelievable.
Well, that was the commentary back. Gee, we're sure that's the right foal. They're all grown.
No, they're
all in great order. And it's been a funny old summer, but they got the benefits of.
They're getting the green pick
yeah,
now. But,
yeah.
and we have, look, to be honest, we've only had 2 stinking hot days.
Yeah.
The rest has been pretty good. So, like even the dam, the big reservoir here has hardly gone down at all this summer.
This time last year when I took the photos, it was
puddle,
a dust ball.
Yeah. So just
and
2
that was a puddle. Yeah.
2 different years. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here, Pete.
So hopefully we got some nice horses tomorrow.
Now we still do sell shares, Pete.
Yeah, we got 2 horses up on the deck.
Yep, got a Cable Bay colt.
Yeah, which I think about
20% left.
might be a bit under 17.5.
And we've got a beautiful Delago Deluxe filly. Mitch Friedman was looking at it yesterday thinking, I think he thought he should be training it, not Sabasan.
Out of Chloe Anna.
Yeah, but a lovely filly. So look, if you
30% her.
if you want to get involved, give Pete or myself a call and we'll steer you right. But
And obviously Saab's got serious suspects.
and we'll just see what happens at Melbourne Premier and Easter. We'll see what sells and who buys them and whether we stay in them and all the rest of it, and then we'll go to Easter and have a look. But I spent a couple of days up in Sydney earlier in the week at the Classic Sale, Pete, and my main mission there was to go up and have a good look at some of these new breeds.
Yep.
Because we've got to start booking our mares for next season.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much taken with the Shalars, the Extreme Choices, and the Winning Ruperts. They were standouts to me.
Nice
New size.
Nice little shalar here at home.
I won't mention the ones I don't like, but they took me eye. They were very consistent, and the sale was strong. So the breeding industry is in good shape.
Yep.
And the next mare sale's not until May, June. So if there's anyone out there that wants to get involved in the breeding side, they've only got to give me a call, and I'll walk you through the process. But it's shaping up pretty well.
Couple of online sales too. Unfortunately, horses' careers come to an end, whether we like
With
it or
us,
not. With us,
yeah. Lady Matthew, she's been sold, and
back home.
she'll go back to New Zealand eventually. And Oceanity, the big Schnitzel colt, got sold to Ogle Racing during the week.
Ogle Racing.
And I've managed to keep a little share in that one, Pete.
Yeah, it's unfortunately a little injury, but
so he's down in rehab now, I understand, and we'll see what he can do next year. Anyway, I'm hot and sweaty.
it is, isn't it, muggy?
And it's just rained for 5 minutes and now it's stopped.
11 o'clock, bit early for a drink.
Yep. Until next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti. Have a great weekend and go Yogi.
Good there.